Hey, I made a new base that's extremely easy to set up while providing maximum profit. And we don't have to use this new sector at all. All you need to do is set up mining rigs in every ore in all of Wuling. And raise your development level. This increases mineral purity. So if you were min-max splitting with hydro rigs, make sure to revisit these areas. If you have done everything correctly, your yield of ores should look like this. And the usage should be at 0, starting from clean slate. Next, let's set up the blueprints. I am very satisfied with how the base looks right now. It's basically perfect. Can you tell me one person that has a better looking factory than this? Sheesh. Anyways, let's take it all down. Alright. Hopefully everything is saved. Goodbye. Alright, so I made sure to make it easy to set up for you guys. So the first thing you wanna do is move your AIC, your core, to the corner, out of the way. Then bring up the blueprint called Battery AIC Part 1 or P1 and put it in the corner like so. With this little circle in the corner. Next, we do battery part 2 and put it down below. Followed by all the forges. We start with P1 and we put it to the very side as much as it lets you with the pipes over the bus. Bam. Then P2 goes next to it. P3 goes under, like this. P4 goes next. But here is where you might run into an issue. So we placed down all the 8x forges. And now we move on to the 2x ones, so starting from P1, like so, and P2. The issue you might run into is that it won't let you place it. So for me it worked just fine, but for you it might say placement limit of facilities if you have too many other facilities in the world. So if that's the case, then take everything down. And the pipes, just the 2x ones, and we are gonna place it in the SubPAC instead. And I have a different one because this one would not fit. So you go to Jingyu Valley, and I have a different blueprint for this situation called just 2x Forge SubPAC, and you wanna place it somewhere to the side, like so. Don't mind the mess on the side, it's just from my previous project. I'm gonna actually move it out of the way just so it's more clear to see. So for the people that are using this blueprint, you might notice that we are using 4 pipe inputs, which means that we need 2 pumps, because 1 pump can power 2 inputs. So I'm gonna set it up right here. Take 2 normal fluid pumps, find a way where I can place them, like this, give them some power, and I'm gonna grab this converger and place it so the arrow goes to the outside, this small arrow here, and connect it here to the 4 pipes. Make sure it's connected to this corner, because this corner goes outside. If you connect it here, it's not gonna work because this one goes in. So now what you do with this converger? So now what you do with this converger is you connect both pipes into it. And now just input the plants. So the seed picker that's surrounded by planters takes sand leaf, one here, the other one here. And for the other two seed pickers, we use Jinko. You can tell these are the Jinko ones because the planter is connected with the water. So take the seed picker, push the plant in there, and it's gonna start working. Then let it run for a while, and you should see that all the selenite is going without any breaks into the stash on both sides, which means that it's working just fine. Now back at the core AIC, for the people that were able to place down this blueprint and that are using this one, we have the same concept. We have 4 inputs, one is down here. So the same concept, we also need 2 pumps. Place them down anywhere. And we need the converger, and I'm gonna put it facing up. So I can run the pipe up from it, make it a little more pretty. Now take the pipe splitter, put it here, and connect it to the one input below. Now just power it. And okay, I'm gonna make it symmetric. And that's done for the water. We also need to power the put down the plants. So this is actually design that I saw on Reddit, and then I adjusted it to fit my build. So shout out to that person who posted it. It's a really good design because it's well compact, but also really easy to set up. You have the sand leaves in the middle and Jinkos on the side, so it's pretty hard to mess this one up. And that's done, literally. And now for everyone, we do the same exact thing with the planters above. So in the middle goes sand leaf. And on the sides, Jinko, always the seed picker. You can see it's the seed picker because of the white block. And the water should be easy to set up as well, so copy the same pump design on the other side. And on the upper level, one more design here. We put it all in picture. Then one at the very top. And we need one manifold conduit with 2 pumps as well. This one is connected all the way to the left here, so let's do that right now. And everything should start working shortly after, so we can move on to the battery on the left here, which is 100% my own design. I'm not going to lie, I think I used some black magic to fit this all together. Even I didn't expect this to fit, but it did, so let's set it up. All of these seed pickers here, 3 of them, use sand leaf. And that's the whole setup for the whole of this area. Moving on to marker stone. Starting with clean slate, you take the AIC and move it to the very corner. And put ferrium to the side here, and that's all. Now take the marker part 1 blueprint and put it up top. Then take the marker part 2 and put it below so the belts on the right side connect. And now we connect it all together, so let's go to the pools right here. We need 4 pumps for the acid fluid. We need 2 outlets which are converged into the spilling unit. We need 3 conduit manifolds, which means 6 pumps. And we also need 1 more pump and 1 more spilling unit. It's called fluid supply unit. I'll put them next to each other, power them, and set them with the pump, set it with conduit in. And for the fluid supply, put conduit out. Like so. Now down here, with the acid pumps, if we mess around with this, we can notice that we are over the pipeline capacity. So what we need to do is get rid of these pipes here and replace them with these straight pipes. So to do this, just like that. Now for the conduits, we have the 3 manifold conduits right here, so we need to connect the water to them. Does not matter which one goes to which, just make sure it's manifold to manifold. Next we can connect the single pump, which is here, the water. And the spill, which is right here. So if you want, you can get rid of these 2 and connect it directly, because that way we reduce the pipe limit by 1. Now look around what else is not connected, which are these 2 conduits inlets right here, and we need to connect them to the outlets here. Okay, and that's basically done. But what are we actually making? Let's take a look at it. We are now getting use of every single ore and using them to produce LC batteries, which are used to supply power. Then 12-minute LC batteries, which we are using 1 of every 40 seconds. And 6-minute hetonite part. We are also producing 12-minute heavy selenite, which now says that the usage is very high, but that is only for a short duration. If we take a look here, I'm gonna show you from the top-down view. It's being used right here, next to the base, to supply this fluid tank with heavy liquid selenite. And once it's full, it's gonna stop using the heavy selenite. What you do here is you take some bottles, whatever bottles you want, just have to be empty, and hover it over the fluid tank, and it will fill it up, which is then used in the new area to unlock some chests and stuff. Here you can see we are using the dense originium cube, or dense originium powder. This one we are getting from the regional transfer, the meta storage. Right here. But that is everything basically done. If you are struggling with anything, maybe the placement limit for pipes, then I'm not sure why, because I even have some extra pipes that I'm not using right now. And it's not affecting me. So you should look around the map and clear it out a bit. If you are struggling with power, then you can go to the core AIC and you can adjust it based off your own load, so you can put in Let's see. Another SC battery. Put in a little thermabank, connect it. And tada, I have 9,800. But that also means that I'm using the battery, which means that I cannot sell it. Speaking of, let's see what we need to sell. We need to sell Hetonite parts. You never want to get this to maximum, because then it's gonna stop producing the switch. And this second outpost, it's gonna level to 3 eventually. I'm not sure what it's going to sell, probably the same stuff as this one. So you can just use anything that's about to reach max, for example the heavy selenite or the SC batteries. And as for gear components, we are gonna go to Jingyuoli, and you can just place down the blueprint anywhere you want and disable the ones you don't need, because this one is taking extra resources. So I can just hover and press tab to turn it off and have just the last components be produced. It's up to you how you want to manage this. If you want the middle components, you need to connect it with water, with conduit. And it's up to you if you wanna just let it run, and eventually, if you just let it run, eventually it's gonna max out on the components, and it's gonna stop producing anyways. So it's not that big of a deal to just have it running. But for me, because I like saving power, I usually just keep it turned off. And that is the base done. If something is not working out for you, then let me know. I'll try to help you out with that. But I think it's all pretty much as simple as it gets. And most importantly, it looks really nice right now. I am very satisfied with how it looks. Again, this part of the base was completely original by me. The planters were inspired by the Reddit user. And for this place, I don't really have anyone to directly shout out. It's basically a mixture of my own designs and designs that I saw on Twitter. A lot of people had the same exact design, so I'm not sure what's the origin of this. But I just took the one that looked the best and modified it to fit my base perfectly. And later on I will take a look at the water treatment sector as well, but as I said, you don't really need to interact with this. You get the maximum profit from the base that I just shown you. Basically all that the new sector does, it lets you get rid of this, which frees up one more selenite. But you don't really have any good use for the selenite anyways, so there is no real reason to interact with it right now, other than just making it harder for yourself. Anyways, that's it for me today. I hope you liked the video, I hope you subscribed, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya!